HarperCollins presents Immortal by Lynn Tan. Read by Natalie Naudus. To anyone who ever felt like they were not enough. Part 1. 1. The god of war was famed for 3 things: his unrivaled might, his devotion to the immortal queen, and his heart of ice, devoid of all mercy. Fire raged through my home, devouring the mahogany pillars and moss-green roof, the scroll paintings and silk carpets. In the gardens, magnolia trees, bamboo, and jasmine went up in flames, smoke lashing the air. The god of war's heart might be formed of ice, but fire was his weapon of choice. The immortals had turned against us, and I did not know why. My grandfather was the lord of Tianxia, and until now a trusted and loyal subject of the queen of the golden desert in the skies. Long ago, our kingdom was pledged to serve the immortals who protected us from a fearsome enemy, and they'd built a wall around Tianxia with their magic. Beyond these borders, the rest of our world was said to live in ignorance of the immortals, while we were the custodians of their secrets. Some might imagine we were favored to serve them, but though we lived in the shade of the gods, we felt no closer to them. Tonight was meant to be one of triumph. After all these years, Grandfather had finally secured the precious treasure the immortal queen sought, and though many were eager for a glimpse of it, he had refused, keeping it safely locked away. "Such a treasure is more trouble than it's worth. Greed turns too many honest men into thieves," he'd confided in me, adding darkly, "The immortals are not known for their mercy." These last words echoed through me, as cries of terror rang out from behind, accompanied by clattering footsteps and the frantic neighing of horses. As the thick scent of smoke clouded the air, I coughed loudly. My sweat-slicked hand was tucked in my grandfather's grip as he pulled me through the hallways of our palace. We ran, my chest squeezing tighter until I thought it would burst, but I dared not falter. I was not strong, possessed of a weak constitution, or so the physicians had claimed. When they thought I couldn't hear, they speculated at my condition in puzzled tones, unable to pinpoint it to any known illness. Grandfather hired private tutors so I could study at my own pace, though my best friend, Liyen, often accompanied me. I wasn't ill, yet I never felt well either, constantly tired, a step behind the others. Nothing seemed to dispel the chill in my flesh, how it always felt like winter. After my parents had died, many urged my grandfather to marry again, or to adopt another heir, one stronger. But he'd refused. "My granddaughter is not replaceable," he'd told them. The court whispered behind my back, those crueler placing bets on the number of years left to me, while some wiser but no less malicious bided their time in silence, eager for a rare chance at the throne. And maybe one of them had tried to hasten my departure. I remembered when the poison sank its claws into my body just weeks ago. It struck like lightning, sapping what little strength I had, my joy, my will to live. I became a shadow of myself, slipping in and out of consciousness. A lock of my hair turned white overnight. Not the purity of snow, but the glitter of starlight. It didn't matter what tonics I drank. The medicines the physicians fed me, increasingly bitter and foul. Nothing helped. A relentless fatigue bearing down on my body until it felt like I was wrapped in a shroud. On the worst days, pain burrowed through my flesh like a vicious fever. It was a soothsayer, an old crone, who claimed my condition was caused by drinking the waters of the Wangchuan River in the netherworld. She'd pointed to my hair, nodding sagely as she said, "The waters of death are not meant for the living. There is no known cure." Most scoffed at her. Impossible that such a thing could be found in our kingdom, if it existed at all.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?